We can begin this integration series by coming to our mat. We can start by rolling onto our back, wrapping the forearms around the shins, getting nice and grounded in the low tailbone. And as we just let all of our joints soften into the mat, over the next several breaths, we can set an intention for ourselves. Whether it's for the day or just this practice, we're just bringing mindfulness to each breath, each movement, as best as we can. And then we can exhale, drop our knees to the left side of our body, gaze to the right, take a little nice gentle supine twist. Working to get the shoulder blades as rooted as possible towards the mat. And then inhale, knees back to center, exhale, drop them over to the opposite direction. Then we can inhale our knees back to center, grabbing the outside of the feet. Peace fingers can grab the big toes, or we can grab the ankles, taking our happy baby. Arms reach on the inside of the knees and just get in the inner groin, inner hip stretch. Feel free to straighten the legs, get in a wide leg straddle. Getting low tailbone nice and rooted into your mat. Lengthening the breath as much as possible towards the hips, just sinking deeper into the mat. Then you can start to bring the feet together, knees together towards center. Drop your feet right by the glutes and then inhale. Lift the hips up by pressing your heels into the mat. Bridge pose. And then exhale, lower down to the mat. Hug the knees in, wrapping the forearms around the shins. Nice little hug. And then exhale, drop your heels right by your glutes again. Pressing back up, bridge pose. Option to interlace your fingers underneath your low back, walking the shoulder blades together. Heart pressing towards the top of your mat. And then exhale, lower down. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Give yourself a nice little hug. And then exhale, drop your feet to the outside edges of your mat. Windshield wash your knees left and right. Just getting a little hip release. And then come back to your happy baby. Option to your wide leg straddle. And then we'll rock it up to a nice butterfly. Feet binded together. Knees out wide. And then exhale, sitting up, placing the hands a few inches behind the hips. Come into reverse tabletop. Feel free to shift a little forward and backwards into getting the shoulder stretch. Or option to modify and just go into another bridge pose. And we're going to take Janu right leg extended down the mat, left foot on the inside of that right thigh, and you can extend, fold forward right down that right leg, or bring your left hand over towards the right toes, or left hand can just rest behind your head, opening your heart up towards the ceiling. And then we'll exhale, come out of it, take another reverse tabletop, hips lifting up towards the ceiling. Or option for fish pose, coming down on the forearms, crown of the head to the mat, heart lifting up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, pressing back up, opposite leg, Janu. Right hand reaching towards those left toes, the right hand just resting behind the head. Getting as much hip opening as possible. And then release. Come into fish pose, everybody. Stay in fish or take your reverse tabletop. And everyone exhaling, wrapping the forearms around the shins, getting a few rocks forward and backwards about 3 times until we land on all fours, stacking the shoulders right over the wrists, hips right over the knees. Inhale to your cow, drop the belly, gaze up. Exhale to your cat, tuck the chin, curl your back. Inhale, deep breath in, cow. Exhale to your cat. Inhale, deep breath in, cow, upper arm bones roll back. And then exhale to your cat, shift your hips over towards the left. Maybe even gaze around your right shoulder. Get into obliques, and then inhale back to center, cow. And then exhale to your cat, shift the hips to the opposite direction, gazing around the left shoulder. Inhale back to center, cow. Exhale, tuck the chin, curl the back, cat. And then extend your left leg straight back, neutral spine, right arm extends straight forward. And then exhale, right elbow, left knee. And then inhale, extend them out towards the side, awkward airplane. Exhale back to center, touching. Inhale, extend it straight forward and backward. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, awkward airplane. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, awkward airplane. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, awkward airplane. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, awkward airplane. And exhale, drop those limbs down. Drop the belly. Inhale to your cow. And exhale to your cat. Tuck the chin, curl the back. Opposite leg extend straight back, lengthen north to south on the mat. Driving as much as you can through that lifted heel. And then exhale, left elbow, right knee. Inhale, awkward airplane. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, awkward airplane. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, awkward airplane. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch it. Inhale, awkward airplane. Exhale, crunch it. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch it. Inhale, awkward airplane. Exhale, crunch it. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch it. Inhale, awkward airplane. Exhale, down. Drop the belly. Inhale, cow. Exhale, tuck the chin, curl the back to your cat. Shift the knees wide, big toes touching down the center line. Coming into your child's pose. Option to interlace the fingers at the low back, taking your rabbits. Getting a little shoulder release. You can roll the forehead left and right on the mat. Letting the joints soften into the mat each exhale. Optionally interlace your fingers at your low back and roll onto the crown of the head, getting a little shoulder rinse. And exhale, everybody, extend the arms straight forward. Shift forward to your forearms, dropping the belly and torso down to the mat. Inhale to your Sphinx pose, pulling your torso through the arms. Elbows nice and rooted underneath the shoulders. And then tuck the chin, curl into the toes, belly pulls up and in, forearm plank, shoulders right over the elbows still. Option to bring opposite hand, opposite elbow just to check your distance. Arms can extend straight forward and drop your heels to the left. 5 breaths here. Hips lifting up higher to the ceiling each inhale. And then exhale, drop your heels to the opposite direction. Inhale your heels back to center. 5 strong breaths. And then you can exhale, lower down to the mat. Inhale, Sphinx pose. And then place your palms around the base of your ribs. Inhale, Baby Cobra. And then inhale, Baby Cobra, upward facing dog. Get as much of a back bend as you can. Palms nice and rooted into the mat. And then exhale to your downward facing dog. You can get as much length as you want in this downward facing dog, walking your hands forward as far as possible. Inhale high on your tippy toes, and then exhale, softening your knees, walk or float to the top of your mat. Inhale to your halfway lift, and exhale to your forward fold ragdoll. Opposite hand can come to opposite elbow. You can sway side to side. You can bend one knee at a time. And then release your hands to the mat. Heel toe your feet together. Inhale, slowly rise up to stand, shoulders up to ears. And then inhale, sweep your arms above your head. Exhale, your hands at heart center. Just standing here. 3 deep breaths. Option for ohms. Shoulders just draping down the back gently. Outer shins hugging in. Low belly pulling up and into the spine. And then inhale, your arms extend above your head, extended mountain pose. And exhale to your forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale to your halfway lift. And exhale, plant your hands, walk or float it back, Chaturanga. Or go straight to your downward facing dog.